Arena Company Media Limited and Jamaica Observer Limited have signed a memorandum of understanding to examine the feasibility of using common printing and distribution logistics services. Joining us to discuss what this landmark agreement means for the future of print media in Jamaica is psychologist and social philosopher, and I could go on and on and on in this case. Dr. Lakim Simaj, good morning. Always great to have you on Smile.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Doc, they would say you're Nostradamus.
Well, you know, I called it.
10 years ago?
Yeah. But what I pointed out then that the RJR Gleaner thing was number 3. Because the first one was when Digicel bought, you know, the music, the Sports Max.
Right.
And that was a totally unexpected thing. The second was the Lime Flow deal. And I was a part of that. People don't understand that Lime/Cable and Wireless is over 100 years old. And he bought this small company called Flow, but the company is now called Flow. Because what we actually did.
Nobody remembers.
Yeah. Remember, Flo had bought out all the small cable around the region and created a network from that.
Yes.
I went to every Caribbean territory
Wow.
to study the culture of Flo
Wow.
and the culture of cable and wireless. But that's a whole other story. I mean, something you have to protect the guilty so you don't talk. You know? But then it made more sense to name the new entity Flo. Because Flo had such a vibrant culture compared to what. Now, the third was RJR Gleaner. So Jamaican, you know.
What was your actual prediction?
Well, my prediction was that, look, there's more to come. Because even pre that, the data was telling us that any city, any town, any place that have 2 newspapers, you know, one going dead. No? Because it just, as we were shifting to digital options and so on, so it's only a matter of time now before. And then bigger than that, folks, between me and you, Jamaicans don't read. It's less than 20% of Jamaicans read newspaper. So when the political parties are putting so much emphasis on what's in the Gleaner today and what's in the that, where we are now is over 56% of Jamaicans get their news from social media sources.
Is that to say that newspapers are irrelevant?
Well, no. You need paper of record. You need standards. But I'm saying it's a smaller and smaller amount of people. So it's becoming more costly to publish newspapers.
Yeah.
And that impacts this thing called journalism. Because, you know, I did a piece yesterday on the tsunami of information.
Yes.
And most of it is bogus.
Yes.
And clickbait and all kinds of things.
Yes.
And we're drowning in it.
We're drowning, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that we're going to have, now, this very station, this very program, years ago, the guest was Oliver Clark. And Oliver Clark said, at the time, we have over 30 media houses, and only 3 of them are profitable. The rest are hobbies. Check your archives.
He did.
And it hasn't changed. Now we have over 39 radio stations. And I doubt if 3 are profitable. The rest are hobbies. Now that's why they're going on and on. If your hobby, so you.
But
my prediction, the next one would have been involving the Observer. But what triggered the whole issue now was the Observer Gleaner understand the MOU.
Yeah.
But here's what I predicted. Here's what the Observer doing a deal with IRA FM to get a radio station as part of it, right? And also, you create another kind of hub. So you have a radio.
You're predicting that, no?
No, I had predicted that.
10
years ago.
Observer now has
No, but you see,
Fire.
Fire
Yeah.
and
But I think the idea of them having a radio station is what he was
But you see,
predicting.
but here's the root. Though. Remember, that Butch Stewart, is an independent entrepreneur. So the idea of going to buy somebody things. But it's a different deal. You understand me? If you now buy, so you have the print, but that deal would have now the Observer, RFM, we could put Zip with it too, and also CVM. Because between me and you, CVM in trouble. All right? For a long time. All right?
But I've always been curious though, Doc, because somebody has to grant these licenses, no?
Yeah.
And I often wonder, when we look at the market, at what is possible, who will survive, who won't, and the implications for society when you have 39 radio stations. I often wonder what goes behind the thinking of saying, yes, go ahead and advance the hobby.
And they're still around.
And they're still around.
More every day,
Right.
But here's the paradox now. Remember that, we are in a free enterprise. People are free to fail, right? But even though we have more outlet, we have less information. Because, again, let's go back to the RJR Gleaner. When that came about, we literally reduced number of news outlets from 10 to 1. I said somebody in this organization, no, that's not a good thing, And he assured me that there's going to be a firewall between all the news components. Within a matter of weeks, you started hearing the telecasting of this, the same news being presented on, so that most of the outlets have no independent news. And even your own group, just look at what happens. It's the same news that comes on various outlets.
Yeah.
So now we have less credible information being presented. Most of the other entities, they don't even bother. Or they pick up something off somebody else's thing, or pick up something off online and so on. So yes, people are allowed to fail. And it's going to get worse because at the bottom of it is advertising dollars. I remember there are three components in this thing, There is information, there is entertainment, and there's advertising. But it's advertising dollars that pay the bills. And so much of the advertising dollar is now shifting also to social media. Because the advertising, when you advertise on social media, you can target exactly. You want women under 30. You want, whereas print.
So this deal that you predicted, the one specifically that we're talking
that I had predicted, yeah.
That you had predicted. I mean, I know M&A is so much a way to go, and everybody's merging here, aligning there. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, the idea is to reduce your sort of back end. If you have the printing and the distribution, that's what. But then you could have independent voices and independent content. So you're trying to save money, right? With that.
Efficiencies.
But you need a lot more than that. A lot more than that. So it's a stopgap. And what some people may query is that it is putting more power in, even though the discussion is about Gleaner, Observer, but Gleaner is part of a group.
Right.
So now people will say, but hold on, what's happening here? But even though it's the voices will not be impacted in theory, because it's just the back end, the production aspect and so on.
Correct.
But
like the manufacturer making
exactly. Listen,
different AC unit and stamp.
Hold on, for the longest while,
yes.
Your TVs is the same company make the whole of the TV them. And you order enough, you put,
your
daily a TV and
corned beef. Like corned beef, corned beef. One of the things I said to someone the other day, though, Leakim, was social media is a platform, and I believe what's made the platform so popular are the users, the creators.
Yes.
For a while, mass media moved away from that here in Jamaica.
Yes.
And it became more about, let's make it about the brand and less about the people and the personalities who make the brand. Is it time for traditional media to, in order to be more competitive, To revisit some.
Oh, well, that's one of my predictions now in terms of what you need. This content is king.
Yes.
And you get content from content creators, from people with ideas. And there are a lot of young people with some great ideas.
All people have great ideas too.
No. We know that. We know that. We know that. But, more often than not, the older people. A couple of years ago, I was the chairman of the Make a Film in a Day committee.
Yes.
And only one person had any formal training in filmmaking and so on. Everybody made their film with their cell phone. All right? So there are people who are, so that to survive, we need to incorporate some of those.
Yes.
I say everybody now is a broadcaster. That's the problem we're having.
Yeah.
But they don't understand what broadcasting is about. So they open their mouth and they tell all kind of foolishness and all kind of lies. And that's why the tsunami
say,
of information is out there. So we have a problem.
This is a whole part 2.
No, it is a...
Trust me, Doc. This is a part 2. This is something we need to flesh out.
No, because, and there's so many ways we can look at it, because it is at us. It's not even coming, it's here now.
Yeah, it is here.
It's here now.
We need to also talk about the model of how those content creators place, and there's a lot more we could do.
How you get
when you come back, I didn't give me the wrap up, you know how that's works. I used to rock here. So, psychologist, social philosopher, and obviously glass looker througher, Dr. Jacob Samaj, with us this morning. After the break, we're going to meet the Nurse of the Year for 2025, Fiona Collins. We're right back after this.
True story. I used to be